in conflict. I hope we have nothing like that here.
Same, brother. Oh, dog. Did I rob you? No. Somebody else.
This square here, it looks much better during the markets. Then it's filled to bursting with folk from all around.
Skirt. Skirt.
We've also got the baker's shop here, and that mad merchant Wolfram Pruder. Pruder has a pretty daughter, but he keeps her on a short rein, which the young bucks are none too happy about. I heard he even keeps the poor lass locked up at home all day.
I'll do side quest. Break her out. I played Red Dead.
Look here. See that filthy beggar? By Christ, I'll show the bastard.
Nightingale?
Comfortable, are we?
Arms, please, sir.
Who do you take me for? Are you stupid or just insolent?
Oh, what's the matter?
Stupid, then. There's no begging allowed here, so pick up your stinking arse and haul it somewhere else.
Who am I bothering here?
Me. Us. Everyone. If Sir Hanush saw you here, he'd take a whip to you.
All right, I'm going.
Damn beggars. You offer them a helping hand, and they want the whole arm. It's not like the rules aren't clear. Beggars belong at the church. There's one alehouse here on the market square, the Trader's Tavern. The other's up by the gate. We'll be going there later.
I understand. Only at church is where the beggars reside.
Let's move along to the Inner Bailey. Here's the forge. The blacksmith has some trouble and he's not working at the moment, but his apprentice is standing in for him tolerably. I hear you're a blacksmith's apprentice too. You lot could help if needed, couldn't you?
Us? What do you mean?
You and your master, or your father, whoever taught you.
They...
What is it, lad?
My father was the master blacksmith. He was killed in Skalitz.
Ah, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
So am I.
My papa died not long ago. Of course, it was old age got him. That's not the same, but I know a little how you feel.
Look at those pants.
The Rate fiefdom is pretty big. Naturally, it starts here by the town and continues along the Sasau River all the way to Kohelnitz. Then there's Gallows Hill, lots of farmhouses scattered around. Neuhof, Merhoyed. Master Smill is in charge of Sir Hanush's stables. He's by far his best vassal. It's all a bit complicated for a newcomer, I suppose. This
Not
lord here,
really.
that lord there, this exemption here, that right there. Exemptions from exemptions, rights to half of something, so on. It'd take you a year to make head or tail of it. This tower was only half the size when I was a young lad. Sir Hanush had it extended and made into an armory.
How's the pig doing? Oh, it's doing swell. Boys,
God be with you, Benesh. How goes it?
Well enough, Nightingale. It's quiet today.
Good. Where's Moimir anyway? Isn't he supposed to be here with you?
Ah, yes. He hasn't turned up yet.
Oh, I see. Now where might he have got to then?
I don't know.
You don't know, eh? Let me tell you something. When the bailiff finds out Moimir's slacking off, he'll be in serious shit. And being a friend of his, you wouldn't want that, would you?
No.
So it's better if I deal with it and we leave the bailiff out of it, right?
Yes, I suppose so.
So where is he?
In the tavern. He was thirsty, so he...
Went for an ale. We know how that goes. Come on, Henry. Let's go and find that idler, and you'd better talk some sense into him.
alright. The hustle from the Nightingale, dude.
What the fuck are you doing here when you're supposed to be on the gate?
Uh,
Move your carcass and go and guard the gate. Not a word. Get moving. You're lucky it was me found out, not the bailiff, or God forbid, Captain Bernard. Out!
Stern?
Come and sit with me, Henry. Let's have a drink.
Oh, dude, I'm ready.
That fool got me all worked up.
Shouldn't we be on patrol instead of drinking?
You're eager, aren't you? Don't worry. Even watchmen are entitled to a break. Except the ones on the gate and the tower, of course. But that's enough about that. Let's not let it spoil our day. Listen, since we're sitting here anyway, how about a little game?
Alright.
Why not?
May the best man win.
Oh my goodness. 1 is worth 100, 5 is worth 50, 3 of a kind is worth 100 points multiplied by the given number. 400 is, 400. 4 or more of a kind is worth double the points of 3 in total. So that'd be 800, yeah. Do we want to go above 3,500? Or 5,000, my bad. Player turns always begins by throwing all 6 dice. The player then uses A to select and set aside scoring dice. 1 die must be always set aside, and the player can throw the remaining die again using X as situation defeats. 0 and all points gained up to the point during the turn are lost. End your turn using Y before there's significant increase in the chance that not a single die will score. If a player throws his or her own dice, there's also the opportunity to cheat. I mean, we have 3 loaded die already, don't we? I don't have them on me. So I don't really care when we eat.
No point in pushing it.
They understand, actually. sorry, do I not understand this? This is not worth as much, so we have to do like this, I guess.
We'll see.
Your turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and pass, I guess.
That's it. This'll be the one. We'll see.
Ah. You won.
I was lucky, but that's what it...
I threw in my first turn.
Just one more thing and we're done for the night. Ringing the end of the day and closing the taverns.
Isn't it still a bit early?
I don't know how it was in Skalitz, but here in Rattay we close up at this hour. Except, of course, during fairs and big festivals. Then we don't close at all.
I see. Should I go and ring the bell?
If you wouldn't mind, the bell is hanging outside the rat house. Ring 3 times, then go to the Trader's Tavern by the market square and make sure the innkeeper closes up.
I'll do that.
Before I forget, it's forbidden to walk in Rattay at night without a torch. Here, take this one.
I already have torches. Sorry, I wasn't even listening. Ring the bell. Do 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 do. I wasn't listening is the issue here, so. Go another way over here, gotcha. Just ring the bell. We're gonna go eating. Sir, where's your torch?
God be with you. What kind of governor?
I'll try to get my vocal up, if I
What's
could.
life like?
We got
My
sturdy.
charisma.
God be with you.
Apparently we did, I didn't realize. The new perks you have to choose from. Maybe an 8. Every 4th level up. We'll probably just use these two when we hit level 8. So we can get more speech points and actually be able to see their stats.
G'day.
I want to talk to you about Rattay.
What kind of governor is Sir? What's
Good luck then.
Though you'd be better off going.
what? What's
Take care.
Take care. Sir. Robin Hood, hired hand.
I'll be with you.
what kind of? How do the?
Good luck to you.
I love it. To close the Trader's Tavern by the Market Square. Were we already up here?
What do you want from me?
To talk to you about Rattay.
What kind?
Young Sahan. I know that.
May the Lord watch over.
And the canon of St. Wenceslas in Olomouc was so drunk, he dragged the pig to the market square, saddled it up, and rode it out of the town gate. no, we can see that this wasn't going to end well. So, Sir Peter and I rode off to look for the good canon on his pig.
Did you find him?
We tracked the filthy beast down to a sty beyond Cronau. I mean, the beast with a tonsure on its head. We never found the real pig, but the Reverend was sound asleep in the pigsty.
Birds of a feather stick together. It seems the same goes for pigs and prelates. I toast, gentlemen, to pigs and prelates.
God save their bacon.
Sir Hans, forgive my intrusion, but I need.
Oh, but what? You want to join us? Want to buy us around? I'm afraid we don't drink with peasants. You're not in your village now, boy.
No, sir. Curfew's been rung. The alehouse is closing.
Nothing closes while I'm sitting here. If that's all, you're dismissed.
Are you out of your mind, lad? You can't cross his lordship. He's got a temper like a bear with gut ache. If I was you, I'd get lost before he shows it.
The bailiff instructed me to close the tavern at the proper hour. He doesn't want anyone disturbing the peace after curfew.
The bailiff? The bailiff can kiss my arse. I trust you haven't forgotten who's the rightful lord of Rattay.
No, it's Sir Hannes.
Oh, is he here? What, is he hiding under the table, maybe? No! Then what he wants isn't worth a fart in a bathhouse. And besides, he's only in charge till I grow up.
Which clearly hasn't happened yet.
Enough! You can't talk to me like that. I'm a nobleman.
Come now, sirs. You're not going to fight here, are you?
We most definitely are. This yokel needs to be taught his place.
Brother, do you know my stats in fist fighting?
Kurwa pigs!
Give that bastard something to remember you by. Teach that insolent cock a lesson.
That will teach you how to talk to your betters.
Beat him down.
Rudy boy.
Beat him down.
Hans, you are absolute garbage.
Crucifix! What in the name of Christ is happening here? Hell? Answer me, damn you!
This peasant insulted me. I had to teach him a lesson.
By rolling around in the mud like a hog? That's a fine example of noble conduct.
Sir Hannes, the bailiff ordered me to
Silence! You shut your mouth and thank your lucky stars that you are Radzig's ward. Have you gone out of your mind? Raising your hand to a nobleman? And you, Hans, how many times have I told you that drinking with your subjects might be good for their morale, but it's bad for your honor? You spend all your days drinking and chasing wenches, which wouldn't matter if you paid any attention at all to your duties. And now we see what that leads to. Tomorrow, you will go with me to a hearing. Some landowners have asked me to settle a dispute. It will be an excellent lesson for you.
I had planned to go hunting, but if you think listening to the pointless gripes of a bunch of old fools will benefit me, so be it.
Ooh, hunting? Well then, Your Grace, I'll tell you what. You can go hunting.
Really?
Naturally. Who am I to deprive the young Lord Capon of his sport? And you can take Henry here as your page.
Him? Absolutely not.
You'll do as I've commanded. It's time you learned how to lead people, and not just in drinking and brawling. Now get out of my sight.
Sir, I have responsibilities of the bailiff.
Not anymore. Your responsibilities now are the Lord Capon. It's time you learned how to behave in the presence of nobility. Let's go. Tell the kitchen I'm hungry. It's been a long journey.
We really wilded it though, didn't we? Just put him in a grave. Got him good. Sir, would you like to speak to me about Hanish and Rate?
Have you heard?
Don't talk.
Pardon?
Have you heard any?
Don't talk to me about that fucking rabble.
Oh,
The
never mind.
soldier was saying in the alehouse that barbarians in pain.
The courtyard of the upper castle.
Farewell.
At dawn. Too easy.
Do you seriously think you can creep around here in the dark, right under my nose? You should have thought twice about what you were doing.
Like, why do the symbols flip?
Oh well, what can I do? Here you are.
You've purged yourself before the law.
Boo doo doo doom. Boot doo doo doo, boot doo doo doo. Alright, it's done. Alright, Hans.
Here I am.
I'm overjoyed. Have you got a horse?
No, sir. Where would someone like me get a horse?
Good point. Unless it was a cart horse, I suppose. Well, you'll just have to trot along behind me like a good dog.
But, sir, isn't there a horse I could borrow?
Oh, certainly. Why don't you just have mine? Or, then again, you can just run alongside as befits a peasant. Take care now.
Alright, I won't run alongside of you. I don't really care. I mean, there's 2 horses here, so I thought one of them would go to me. There's Bernard's horse, of course. So are these your hunting dogs? They are quite fascinated in you. Probably won't finish this quest because we start in 14 minutes. We'll do what we can. Boot doo doo doo, boot doo doo doo.
Let's go! Here! Hurry up, blacksmith!
I'm with you, friend. Do 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 boot do do doom.
Look here, blacksmith. About that business at the alehouse.
Yes, sir.
Hanush was right. I should have behaved differently. More, well, gentlemanly. But that doesn't mean you were in the right. You can't throw a lord out of the tavern in his own town. Understand?
Yes. I was just...
What? Speak up! Don't worry, I won't bite your head off.
It's just that when you said those things in the arena, sir, I was a little upset.
Ah! I just like to tease greenhorns a little. And you vexed me too. You were insolent to Captain Bernard and they rewarded you with service. Whenever I do anything reckless, even if it's for my honor, Hanush is on my back about it and I get punished. Like now.
I didn't mean to threaten anyone.
Well, it's all water under the bridge. Let's not spoil our hunt.
Remember what Jeffrey looks like? It's this guy. This is Jeffrey. But more modern.
Let us talk of something else. Is this your first time hunting?
This
Correct.
kind? Yes.
I've been hunting since I could walk. If you're not a complete blockhead, you might learn something useful. And if you don't cock it up entirely today, maybe I'll take you again. It's always helpful to have a minion at hand.
As I said, I have hunted before, but it wasn't...
Chasing bunnies with a pitchfork isn't hunting. Observe and learn.
I'll do the best I can, sir.
Alright, Hans. What do we hunt first, huh? We could just cut you down right now and take that horse, brother.
Listen, I wanted to ask you about scallops.
All
I don't know
for it.
That is, sir, I don't know if that's a suitable topic of conversation for the hunt.
We're not hunting yet. I'd like to hear about it at last from someone who was actually there.
The Cumans attacked Skallets, and anyone who flee.
That's what they all say. I want details.
I like the
Really
guy.
necessary, sir.
Arguing with the nobility again, eh? It seems you're a bit of a rebel.
No, not at all, sir. It's just that... Well, it's hard for me to talk about.
I see. So I'll have to get you drunk first.
Not sure even that would work.
We'll have to find out, won't we? There's a nice little place just north of here. We'll camp there and you can tell me all about it.
If you wish, sir.
And don't dilly-dally. Let's try and get there before the day's out.
You're the one galloping on your horse. Or just... whatever. Okay, we were fast traveling, I understand. Where the hell are we? Hans, I'm here.
We'll make camp here.
Oh, dude is already made. Was he gonna talk?
Bring me wine and bacon from the saddlebag.
Wine and bacon from his saddlebag. Oh, we got him.
Coming up, sir.
At long last.
You only wanted one, so...
So, are you enjoying being on the hunt?
I am, although we haven't actually hunted anything yet.
That doesn't matter. Hunting is a diversion. The main thing is to get out of Ratte for a while. Listening to Hanush's lectures all day long would drive anyone mad.
What about your parents?
How come Hanush looks after you anyway?
For a start, he doesn't look after me. I'm not an infant blacksmith's boy. Hanush is just managing my property.
Even down to the hairstyle, that is
When will
Jeffrey.
that happen?
What are you implying?
Nothing. I didn't mean it like that. I meant that you seem quite adult to me already, sir.
Well, it's hard to say. Before he died, my father appointed a council of nobles to decide the matter. And if they can't be bothered travelling halfway across the country just to assess the claim of some stripling, under normal circumstances it wouldn't be necessary. The king would decide on my adulthood. Only...
The king is gone.
Just so.
What do you do with your time?
If I may ask, sir, what does a lord like you do all day?
When I was little, I was awfully bored, I can tell you. There was always some courtier or teacher dogging my footsteps. Now I spend most of my time trying to learn from Sir Hanush. Governing is no joke, at least most of the time. Only last week I had to listen to complaints from my subjects.
But that could be interesting too, couldn't it?
My lord, this yokel here empties his piss pot in my yard.
And sir, that old hag put a spell on my cow, and sir, my old woman is fucking half the village.
Like a flock of sheep, bleating all the time. Even study is more interesting.
What are we going to hunt?
Humans.
What? Humans? But
You should see your face! I got you there. We'll see what we can get. But I'd like to bag a boar. One, at least. And a few hairs too, eh?
Hey.
But what about you? Before I couldn't get a word out of you, now your tongue's loosened. So, tell me about Skalitz. I heard Sigismund had 100 banners there.
Alright, dude, I'm down to
Don't
talk.
know, sir. I didn't have time to count them. It's not easy for me to talk about, sir. My parents were killed right in front of my eyes.
But couldn't you do anything about it? I mean to say, didn't Radzig put up a defense?
They caught us unprepared. There was no time for anything. I wanted to save my parents, but it was too late.
All right then. I was only asking.
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean...
That's all right, Henry. Don't mind me. Sometimes I open my mouth before thinking too. Well, never mind. Anyway, it's too late to go anywhere today. But tomorrow we set off at first light. Got it?
Yes,
Got
sir.
it. Easy. Wait until dawn. I don't think it matters when we use, so I will sleep safe here. Then we will play this next time. 6 a.m. Probably good. And we'll probably just go to 5. Do 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 boo do 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 boo do do do. Game saved. Not awake yet, gotcha. Well, it's time to switch. Yeah, it's fine. There you go. Live to fight another day.